Hey there, I'm Di. It's another Create This Book episode this week, even though I did do one last video, and I did actually have a sculpture lined up for this week, but with Christmas and kids, I just can't get that done. So good old Create This Book will let me get creative, even though I'm very time poor at the moment. So let's get on to the first prompt I've chosen. Create a makeover. Find something that could use some improvement and give it a makeover. For this, I want to bring in a very special box of stuff. In here is a collection of items I've accumulated that I thought, hey, I could customize that. So for this prompt, I'm going to dive in here and find something I want to give a makeover. I've got some plain t-shirts that I wanted to tie-dye or paint, an LOL doll I bought when my dog was choosing what to customize. She ended up choosing a thrift store item. My Little Pony I could customize, some balls. What? Chalkboard Christmas balls. This would be good timing to make over these, but ceramic dish. I got these at a flea market and they're ceramic stars. A plain fan screaming for some colour. Here are some thrift store items. The salt and pepper shaker pigs I was originally going to transform into Animal Crossing characters, but I lost interest in that. Maybe there could be something else? Kissing pigs? And a bear with a big booty. Here's some squishies. Again, I wanted to turn them into Animal Crossing characters, which, well, I don't want to do that exactly. I really would like to have a go at customising a squishy. I've got a craft kit I was going to review, but upon reflection it seemed boring. But I could still give the bag a makeover. Last up are some IKEA items from a previous video. So, what to make over? Those bored-looking pigs are screaming for some attention, so I'll do those. But I'm also going to grab the squishies as I might use them for a later prompt. And away we go. So, who do we have here? Maybe twins? Kissing pigs who are romantically involved? Maybe I could stack them and they could be acrobats or cheerleaders. Nah, I really do think they're in love, so I'll make a bride and groom pig. First, I need to sketch out the before page. To do this, I'll use some sketchbook paper as I intend to use alcohol markers for colouring. I'm going to need a total of 4 pigs, 2 for the before and 2 for the after. The basic shape is going to be identical for all 4, so I'll sketch 1 pig, then trace it 3 more times. I lighten up my sketch and then use my Ohuhu markers, which I love and highly recommend by the way. I use 3 shades of red to try and create a little depth, but let's face it, we're not going to achieve realism here folks, so a nice black outline will keep it looking cartoony. And then a white pencil and Posca for highlights, plus the imperfections on these beat up old pigs. Let me save you watching this process again. Not a bad likeness really. Now, on to turning these pigs into a bride and groom, and I'll start with the groom. I'm going to make him a grey little pig, using 3 shades of grey, not 50, to again try and get some depth, then a black outline. And I decided to stick with the same facial expression that was originally on the pig. He looks really bored, and I kind of thought that looked funny. A really bored looking pig on what should be the most exciting day of his life. And he's just over here looking like, whatever. Then a little bow tie to make him look formal, but that wasn't enough. So I popped on a top hat, so it's a really formal grand affair this wedding. Next up we have our little bride pig, and she is this pinky orange, and I decided she could look bored too. Just a pair of in-love bored pigs. Not strange at all. She gets a little veil, some nail polish, and a bit of blush. Just got to cut them out, and rather than having them floating on the page, I think the bride and groom need a wedding venue. And where else would 2 pigs get wed than a muddy pigsty? So I used some watercolours to quickly whip up a background, including some pretty little heart balloons. Black outline will give it the same feel as the pigs. All that's left to do is glue it into the book. Red salt and pepper shaker pigs before, and made over into bored pigs on their wedding day. I actually really want to modify these pigs using polymer clay so they look like the pictures. I think that would look so cute. Next prompt I want to tackle is creative design. What is something you've always wanted to design? Now is your chance. And this is where the squishies come in. I think maybe I'm not following the prompt exactly for this one, as technically speaking I want to redesign these existing squishies, rather than designing something from scratch. But oh well, I'm gonna roll with it. First I need to pick which one I want to redesign. I've already worked with a top hat and bow tie today, so the ghost is out. And I'm not really feeling the unicorn, squid, octopus thing, so that's out too. That leaves the unicorn and the bear. And I think I have an idea for the unicorn, so let's do that. When I first bought the unicorn, I had a clear idea in my head that I was going to turn it into one of the pig characters from Animal Crossing, but I've already done a pig today. So maybe a cow? I'm trying to treat this drawing as though it's a plan for actually making this squishy. So I could reposition the horn and use the horn from the octopus, and that will give me some cow horns. But looking at this little guy as it stands with his pointy ears, I pop a little goatee on his chin, and just like that he is now a goat. And a rather cute little goat, if I do say so myself. Oh wow, that just went from cute to creepy in half a second. Just let me fix that. Much better. One last item. Perfect. For this picture, I'm going to use my Posca paint pens, and they really do make the process very quick and easy. A nice bold outline completes my little goat, who I will name Billy, and a few little highlights for the eyes. Gee, he's just a little adorable, and seems this process was so fun and quick, I'll do another one. This time I'm going to use the little bear. I've already done the sketch, and I've turned her into a little arty bear. Nothing dramatic, just a change of colour, and I've given her a little apron. Well, I hope that's what it comes across as anyway, with a pocket in the front with some dirty paint brushes in there. Plus, she's holding a brush in her hand. Not sure how I would actually do that if this was a real squishy redesign, but it's all just hypothetical at this point, so no need to get bogged down in the details. She's a bit of a messy art bear as she has paint all over her. Much like I get myself when doing art. So if she's a messy art bear, I shall name her Mab. Get it? Messy art bear, M-A-B. Yeah, it's not that clever. About as clever as naming a goat Billy. Anyway, for the background, I'm gonna let these characters just stand in some puddles of colour that somehow anchors them to the page. The goat can have some stars in the background to gaze at, and as for the bear, I think it stands to reason that she has splattered some paint around. So here's Mab, my messy art bear, and Billy, my stargazing goat. They look so sweet, and I would love to actually turn these designs into real squishies. Which brings me to my last prompt. Create a question here. Use this page to ask a question. I actually have a question I want to put to you. Out of all the things you've seen come out of my box of stuff, the thrift store items, the IKEA stuff, squishies, clothes, or whatever, what would you like to see me tackle? What would you like me to give a makeover to and customise? Leave a comment down below and maybe I'll give it a shot. Even if it's one of the drawings I've done today, I'm keen to bring these little characters to life if you guys want to see that. Now, as you can see, I'm taking this last prompt a step further. I've drawn out a design on the page for my box of stuff, and now I'm going to actually paint that design onto the box. I've taken inspiration from the cover of my Create This book for the design. I'm starting out with Posca pens, and while I love the colours, I'm not happy with how they are working on the box, so I go over it with fabric paint instead. Now, I want to take a moment while you watch me struggle with this, and yes, it is a struggle, these damn boxes are not easy to paint on, but anyway, I do want to mention, even though I'm sure you already know, the squishy redesign from today was inspired by the author of this prompt book, Mariah Elizabeth, so full credit to these awesome creators for inspiring my creations. I also want to take this moment to thank all my new subscribers, viewers, those who like my videos and those who leave a comment. I'm so grateful. I started this channel as a creative outlet just something for me. Something to abandon myself in the process, start to finish. Get lost in the art and craft and the video making. It's my escape and I love it. But I also love seeing your feedback. It really is heartwarming. I've reached 500 subscribers this week, which I know compared to other channels is small, but compared to myself a year ago, it's growth and it feels good. And who knows, maybe one day this will be more than a hobby. But even if that's all it ever is, please know I appreciate you, my viewers. And please continue to comment. I love to hear your opinions and stories. And as we go along, I'll share more of my story and how I came to be doing this channel. Anyway, back to this. It's done, and it's, shall we say interesting? It'll do the job. Here are all the prompts from today. First we have red salt and pepper shaker pigs getting a makeover into bored married pigs. Then we have a redesign of a unicorn squishy into Billy the Stargazing Goat. And heart-themed bear into Mab, the messy art bear. And finally, the question I've asked all of you. What would you like to see me customise from my box of stuff? Well, that's all from me. Hope to see you next time. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe and have fun. Bye for now.